loans along to the businesses. Minister for Finance and Deputy Prime Minister Gregory Bowen outlined other aspects of the program in his remarks.
Typical beneficiaries will include cultural artists, cruise ship workers, taxi drivers, water taxi operators, tourist vendors, tour guides, roving street vendors, school vendors, small shop operators, small caterers, cleaners, domestic workers, garment workers, agro-processors, operators of entertainment centers, small promoters, bus operators, caregivers, farm workers, hairdressers, barbers, beauty therapists, cosmetologists, fish vendors, and others.
COVID-19 has removed the unemployment rate in Grenada from 15% to over 28.4% in the short space of 14 months, with over 4,000 jobs lost. Bowen says the program aims to mitigate the sociological and economic impact of the coronavirus in Grenada.
This package will help protect the most vulnerable, promote job creation, and help micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises. This is critical in helping to boost economic recovery and preventing further economic scarring and social dislocation.
Grenada's first stimulus package was launched in late April 2020 and assisted over 7,000 Grenadians who were affected by COVID-19. For GBN News, I am Rena Thomas reporting.
As the number of infections rises, more businesses and organizations are being affected. The National Insurance Scheme is now among establishments which is seeking to navigate this dilemma. GBN's Chrislina John has been listening to the concerns of some of its employees, and she sought answers from Director Dorset Cromwell. Let's see what she found out.
GBN has been reliably informed that an employee at the National Insurance Scheme, the NIS, tested positive for COVID-19 and has been told to self-isolate. Workers there are fearful that their lives are being put at risk. According to a reliable source, employees from the plagued department were asked to isolate, however, are still intermingling within the same lunch area with other employees. Director of the NIS, Dorset Cromwell, was contacted.
Yes, so we do have a case, as you have inquired, right? So the person, I think, reported to us that they may have been exposed, right? And once they advise us that they may have been exposed, we ask them to isolate, leave the office and isolate. And additionally, persons who may have been in contact with her during the course of that particular morning, we've also asked them to isolate.
Cromwell spoke on other internal measures taken by the insurance scheme to protecting themselves and their customers.
And of course, they would have to be tested before they return to work, right? Internally in the office, we have been very good with the physical distancing, right? Because we have adjusted, our workstations are pretty well separated, so that is good. In the lunchroom, for instance, we have separated all the tables, and there is only one chair to a table, and persons have been, wearing their masks and using the hand sanitizers and so forth, and we have someone in the office who is sanitizing the different workstations as customers come into the office and leave the office.
The source told GBN they believe the entire organization should be closed for a while to ensure everyone's safety. However, Cromwell says the one positive case, in his view, does not necessitate a complete closure of the organization.
As I said, based on the protocols that we have in the office, we don't think that will be necessary, but we would monitor the situation because, of course, first and foremost is people's safety. The safety of the staff, the safety of the customers, but we don't think that is that is necessary, right?
Okay.
And we will try to, make sure that persons are tested to ensure that they are negative. But we don't think it is necessary for a shutdown of the office at this point in time.
The employee, Cromwell says, must first have a negative PCR test before returning to the workplace. The latest active COVID positive count has reached over 300, and speculations are rife that Grenada is heading for a complete shutdown. Chrislina John, GBN News.
Within a 2-week window, Grenada has moved from 3 active COVID-19 cases to more than 300. Senior Medical Officer Dr. Mayana Charles anticipates that this number will continue to grow in the days ahead as the Health Ministry clears the backlog of tests. Health officials are conducting about 1,000 tests per day, including both PCR and rapid tests, in an effort to identify and diagnose local cases.
In Grenada, we are at a situation now where we have a significant number of active cases, right? And this number continues to rise, right? So we have cast the net wide and far, right? We have been conducting mass testing in communities, but soon, very soon, we will reach a point where contact tracing is not helpful. Because if you think about it, everybody may be considered as a contact of a positive case. I'm sure right now in Grenada, everybody probably knows someone who has been exposed to COVID-19 or who has been confirmed to have COVID-19.
As the ministry attempts to get the current outbreak under control, Dr. Charles believes with the way things are going, contact tracing may not be helpful as community spread increases.
To increase today. In fact, we expect that number to probably double within the next 2 to 4 days. All right?
How many tests do we have pending?
So currently, we have cleared the backlog that we had, so the testing is pretty much up to date. All right, the testing of persons are up to date. Right, and we are also conducting a large number of rapid antigen tests. So we're using 2 testing methods. Right, we have 2 tests where we can detect cases. We have the rapid antigen test, where persons get their results within 15 minutes. Right, and that test basically detects proteins produced by the SARS-CoV-2. That is a virus that causes.
The Public Workers Union is strongly advocating and encouraging its members, and by extension the general public, to follow the COVID-19 protocols of frequent sanitization, wearing masks and social distancing. This is a direct response to drastic increases in the number of COVID-19 cases in Grenada and cases reported within the public service. The union also proposed some solutions to government. Gerard Joseph has the latest developments.
A flexi-work module is the solution being put forward to government as a means to curb the spread of COVID-19. This comes after numerous reports by members to the PWU that they have been asked by their superiors to return to work despite being asked to self-isolate. PW President Brian Grimes cited the overarching importance of balancing life versus livelihoods as he addressed the issue on Wednesday.
Work can go on, but a life is irreplaceable. That is the point I'm making. A life is irreplaceable. So we must concentrate on the health of our workers because this virus is deadly. So those supervisors or employers who are practicing this immoral act, we are asking you to cease and desist from doing so.
Grimes highlighted poor working conditions as another major factor affecting public officers, despite their adherence to the protocols. The question of the flexi-work module, designed in March last year by the Department of Public Administration, was thus rekindled.
What is flexi work? Basically, that speaks to flexible time, right? We're talking about remote work, working at home with your computer and so forth. A shift system, rostering, where workers would not be asked to all be in the same place at the same time. and also, as was employed in the beginning of this pandemic, in the early stages in 2020, that essential services alone would be asked to come out.
The PW president noted that this module must be strongly considered in light of the daily rise in cases and blatant lack of information sharing, which has given rise to fear among workers. GBN sought a response from government, which maintains the guidance issued by the Ministry of Health. According to government, a team of senior managers met today to discuss recommendations for adjusting public service operations amidst the surge. These recommendations have been sent to policymakers for consideration and decision-making. In the interim, there is existing guidance that managers can implement as the need arises. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
The reopening of schools will happen virtually next Monday. The Ministry of Education has adopted a wait-and-see situation with the hope that students could be back in the classroom physically by mid-September. However, that is dependent on whether the country gets a grip on the present escalating cases of COVID-19. The situation is not unique to Grenada, but is a problem that is plaguing education systems worldwide. The subject was one of the common themes which surfaced on GBN's Beyond the Headlines program. In Grenada, the economic and social fallout of COVID-19 has been significant. You hear it from 13-year-old student Tyler Smith.
When we had COVID, we used to have to stay home and do Zoom classes. Sometimes we used to miss it a lot. But we used to have to go to school.
Would you miss some of the classes on the Zoom platform?
Yes.
Why?
Because the Wi-Fi used to give a lot of trouble.
But it's not just the limited Wi-Fi access that educators must now contend with. Rising cases in Grenada resulted in a pause on the planned reopening of schools, but Beyond the Headlines panelist Julie Lutz says it's no different in North Carolina.
Several of the schools that have already started in the area that were planning to not have any remote learning have, within the first 2 weeks, had to go to remote learning because of the increase in COVID cases and quarantine. So it's been kind of a mess for parents, students, administrators, teachers, everybody.
Rachel Fisher lives in Florida, and she too has witnessed the upending of the education system caused by COVID-19.
We started school, so school has started here, and immediately had, hundreds to thousands of cases of COVID within the first week of school in the bigger school districts here in Florida, like Palm Beach County and where I live. And they are having to go to more remote learning. They're having to go to mask mandates.
The Grenada Union of Teachers is against vaccine mandates, and it's not unique to the local fraternity. Beyond the Headlines guest, Mrs. Judy Marshall, who is a Grenadian by birth, says teachers in New York are also into the throes of this thorny subject.
We're waiting on tomorrow's meeting with the president of the United Federation of Teachers, Mr. Michael Mulgrove, to see what the union is going to have to say about that, or do teachers have to quit their jobs if they don't want to be vaccinated. And I think a lot of the resistance comes from people not being, not feeling comfortable being told what to do. I think the resistance is mostly stemming from that resentment that somebody is telling a grown person what to do with their own body.
The common theme running through Monday's Beyond the Headlines was, we may live thousands of miles away, but we all have common problems. This is News at 7. Coming up, it's Kirani's birthday. Some think it should be a public holiday. We will hear what some people think about that when we return.
Hassle-free loans for your every need. Courts have you covered, best believe. Courts Ready Cash is for everyone. Not to worry, fast approval. Hurry up and come. We got it all. We on the go. Courts Ready Cash, you already know. We got it all. We on the go. Courts Ready Cash, always ready when you're ready. Let's go.
Courts Ready Cash, ready when you are.
Residences, a modern, exclusive residential community offered by Ariza. Purchase one of our completely built houses or let us build for you by simply choosing your lot, choosing your home design from our selection, and let us do the rest. Owning a home does not have to be a frustrating process. For more information, contact Ariza Credit Union on 415-0994 or send us an email on info@ridgewayresidences.gd. Ridgeway Residences, hassle-free home ownership.
British American insurance policyholders, sign up now with your BACL case manager to be a part of the legal action to recover your investment.
Everybody, I have got some exciting news just for you. Grenada is on the road to Dubai Expo 2020. Now, I know the pandemic has slowed us down just a bit, but this is your chance and your opportunity to showcase your business, products, and services to Dubai and to the whole world. So be a sponsor and jump on board. You can contact the Ministry of Foreign Affairs at 536-9818 or 440-2640. You can also pitch us an email at internationalbusinessgda@gmail.com. Grenada is on the road to Dubai Expo 2020, and you do not want to miss this opportunity. So see you there.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Need a quick, convenient way to pay your bills and avoid lines? Use the online banking feature from Republic Bank, First Caribbean, or Co-op Bank. Contact them today to set up your online banking and enjoy 24-hour convenience to make your bill payments. Stay safe. Grenlec, we are united even when we are apart.
This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Take your shot and get back to your life. Take your shot and get back to your life. Take your shot, take your shot, take your shot, get back to your life. Take your shot, take your shot, take your shot, get back to your life. Take your shot, take your shot, take your shot, get back to your life. Take your shot, take your shot, take your shot, get back to your life.
A message from Republic Bank.
Welcome back. The Managing Director of the Grenada Broadcasting Network, Mrs. Odette Campbell, has been elected to serve on an international industry agency. We get details from our associate, Garfield Burford.
Mrs. Odette Campbell is a long-term media manager and has worked closely with the PMA for many years to uphold public media values worldwide. Her role as managing director builds on over 30 years' experience in journalism and media production. Previous roles include news director of GBN and communications specialist at Grenada's National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA. Mrs. Campbell's appointment to the board of directors of the Public Media Alliance comes at a critical time on the global media landscape. She believes the PMA's role is crucial in helping with that dynamic evolutionary process.
Well, the rise of social media seemed to pose a threat to what we knew as a legitimate and respected source of news and information that went through the requisite filters, the checks and the balances that are needed. However, we have lived to see that the skeptics have been made to think twice. COVID-19 especially, and the way it has panned out has proven that media professionals are needed to cut through the noise and present the facts. Agencies like Public Media Alliance, they do play an invaluable role in ensuring that we as broadcasters and other arms of the media live up to the high standards that are expected of us, and I look forward to representing Grenada and the Caribbean on this esteemed body of media practitioners from around the world.
As a seasoned media trainer, Mrs. Campbell also serves in an advisory capacity to various agencies and as an adjunct lecturer in journalism and communications studies at the T.A. Murray Show Community College. She thinks that the recent changes in the approach to education present a great opportunity for younger media practitioners to improve on their craft.
We hear a lot about media workers not being provided with adequate training. However, I beg to differ. The digital landscape has exploded overnight. COVID-19, for instance, has seen education being shifted from physical spaces in our classrooms to the virtual sphere. So now more than ever, our media practitioners have access to an abundance of online courses and full-fledged degrees at some of the world's most prestigious institutions. The Public Media Alliance, the Caribbean Broadcasting Union, and other agencies collaborate to host short-term courses. They host several developmental programs, and our commitment is to ensure that as many media practitioners as possible from Grenada do get an opportunity to participate.
The GBN MD hosts the weekly current affairs program Beyond the Headlines, which has featured discussions on a myriad of global issues, including gender and politics, the Venezuelan migrant crisis, and COVID-19, assessing the global repercussions. Mrs. Campbell has a master's degree in international journalism from Sussex University, a diploma in marketing from St. George's University, and a certificates in business law, labor law, and supervisory management from the University of the West Indies.
Indiscriminate disposal of raw sewage by cruisers has been a bane to Seamoss farmers and residents of Woburn and other areas for years. An innovative entrepreneur has come up with a solution. We hear the details in this Chrislina John report.
Bernard Williams, a businessman accompanied by his teammate Jeremy Telesford, took it upon themselves to ease the pollution of the environment and alleviate some of the discomfort experienced by providing a marine sewage pump-out service.
I saw on the news sometime last year there were concerns, especially in the Woburn area, of the yachties disposing their waste into the water. Now, I had bought this boat prior to COVID to do marine charters, to take people out snorkeling, diving. I'm one that love the sea as well. Yeah. So come COVID, that business has dropped significantly. So I sat and I thought about doing that sewage pump out service. Yeah. So I contacted my friend in the US, same friend, yeah, and he looked into the pump and the hardware, and I made the investment.
International maritime law is what he says they use to guide their process of waste disposal, and they are well equipped with safety gears which prevent direct contact with the waste.
The equipment that we have on board, all right, so as I said, most yachts, the holding tanks are in the range of 7 to about 30 gallons average. And so we've installed a 200-gallon tank on our boat, and we have a vacuum pump up front, so it sucks the waste from the yacht.
Some of the yachts do not have holding tanks, and so more than 90% of the cruisers embraced the service.
It's impossible to find a pump out in the Caribbean, so it's great. It's great to have the opportunity to do the right thing and keep it out of the water, protect the water. So we really appreciate it. It'd be great. I mean, just to be able to swim in the water without all the who knows what in the water with us would be awesome. I mean, we would all appreciate that, I think, if everybody, made an effort to pump out properly.
It's a really good idea. It's good for the environment. It's good for us cruisers to know we aren't, polluting our oceans. So it's really cool that you guys have this service now.
Beverly Telesford is an environmental warden and a businessman. He says they are trying to bridge the gap between protecting the mangroves and the well-being of the neighborhoods.
We have problems before in the past that feces and our sewage come aboard most of it is from the cruisers, since they have no regulations in place to dump in waste. So they just pump it overboard. And as a villager, we get issues of sewage coming through. You can bathe. We have nice clear water, but it's toxic. So with this initiative here, along with Bernie, we see the opportunity to protect our shoreline, protect our water and our environment at the same time.
The vessel is equipped with a 200-gallon tank with vacuum pump and operates out of Secret Harbor Marina. Woburn, Claxcoat Bay, and Prickly Bay Marina, among other areas, are also serviced. Christelina John, GBN News.
And now for tonight's GBN ISA.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISA is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Hey, September is just around the corner, so let's see.
Booklist! Check! Bag! Check! Tablet! Yes! Doctor! Check! Eye check!
Clear Vision Eye Center is offering all students a free eye examination.
For the holiday?
Yeah, man, and they have the best prices on glasses. I hear they have glasses as low as $450.
But it's only for 1 month.
Boy, let me go, I can't miss that. Clear Vision Eye Center, keeping students focused so that we can see the world with a clearer vision. Our ISA reporter tonight calls their submission a major problem waiting to happen. Our citizen journalist says he's been noticing the fallen wall in the Grandance area at the back of the Spiceland Mall for quite some time. Adding that it has gotten worse over time, he is hoping to see the situation addressed soon. Send us your photo and video submission via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Stay with us. We'll have more news when we return.
How will you react when you win?
Get ready.
Because the next Waggity Virtual Bingo goes down on Sunday, September 5th. So we're gonna make it a September to remember. And this time you can win $10,000 US. Tickets are only US $10. But hear this. If you're playing for the first time, your ticket will only cost $5 US. Whoa, that's amazing. Players in Grenada, tickets are available at gotofed.com or from any numerous box offices island-wide. All overseas players, remember, tickets are only available at gotofed.com. Join the fun online and let's make Sunday, September 5th a September to remember. Play Waggity Virtual Bingo. It's so simple and easy to play.
How do you choose your toilet paper? Just because it's soft and nice. That's how I choose my toilet paper. Made right here in the Isle of Spice. Cherish Springs off Harbor Bay. Super value every day. The price is right and locally they're made. Support local when you purchase Cherish and other quality brands from Grenada Paper Products.
The
Grenada Conference of Seventh-day Adventist Youth Department presents Megafest Metamorphosis 2021 with evangelist Pastor Terry John. Join our youth for this life-changing experience beginning September 3rd and continuing 6:30 p.m. nightly. Come hear inspiring messages of hope such as guilty pleasures, hooked on hype, and failure is not final. Tune in to Mission Live GND via YouTube and Facebook to encounter soul-stirring singing, theatrics in drama, youth in poetry, and much, much more.
Ridgeway Residences, a modern, exclusive residential community offered by Ariza. Purchase one of our completely built houses or let us build for you by simply choosing your lot, choosing your home design from our selection, and let us do the rest. Owning a home does not have to be a frustrating process. For more information, contact Ariza Credit Union on 415-0994 or send us an email on info@ridgewayresidences.gd. Ridgeway Residences, hassle-free home ownership.
We're ready. Cricket is big game, though not quite the same. We still display our passion, love all over the Caribbean. Can you feel the energy? Team spirit and unity. Feel the soul of the Caribbean. Courage to stand as one. Yeah, yeah. Play it safe. We the best, yeah, the best, yeah, the best, yeah, the best, yeah. With passion, courage, and love, we in this together now.
Republic Bank, official banking partner of CPL 2021.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
You can win when you top it up, switch it up, sign it up, under love. Easy wins with Flow. Easy win, Flow. Easy win.
Catch the easy summer vibes with over $70,000 in cash and prizes. Just top up $15 or more. Activate a prepaid plan. Switch to Flow or bundle your home services to get your share of $70,000 in cash, data, Samsung Galaxy devices, shopping vouchers, and more.
You can win when you top it up, switch it up, sign it up, under love. Easy wins with Flow.
Flow terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back. One of Grenada's proudest moments was achieved when Kirani James won gold at the 2012 Olympic Games in London. Since then, September 1st, which is James's birthday, has come to be known as Kirani James Day in Grenada. Although it is not a public holiday in Grenada, it is still a time to observe his many athletic accomplishments. 2 additional medals were added since his big day in 2012, the most recent being a bronze in the 2020 Olympic Games. So the question was put forward to the Grenadian population: should Kirani James Day be made a national holiday? And they responded.
I don't find really. Well, it's a special thing to know that Grenada have, a good athlete like that, but, I don't see the reason for it, though.
I think it should be that because he do great things for us. So I find we should give him a day, a holiday.
Make it national holiday yet. The time go come, he could make a national holiday.
It should be recognized. It should be celebrated. But a national holiday, I don't think it got to that stage as yet. There are more important things to be a national holiday than Kirani James' birthday. But we should recognize and have some type of acknowledgement for the type of work he have done, for the type of sacrifice he have made for putting Grenada on the map.
Yes, I find.
Why you find so?
Because he's Grenada #1 athlete.
And I think that it should not be, because we have other athletes that did as well as him. So if we're going to do a national holiday for Kirani James, you have to go for everybody. And my perspective is that if we want to do something,
Let me do something for all, not just for one person.
On GBN's Rock the Box program, just days after his performance in the 2020 Olympic Games, James said he was just grateful to be a part of the event despite his challenges.
It made it feel a lot more special to go out there and represent, knowing that, it was just more than just, having the grenade on the front of your chest, but it's everything, that comes with it. Just my illness, personal-wise with my family and things like that. So, just for me, the overwhelming feeling I get is just being grateful for the opportunities.
And now we turn our attention to what viewers and listeners are saying in tonight's Social Buzz. Let's take a look around the social media platforms.
This is Social Buzz, where we shine a light on the thoughts and concerns of our online audience.
In last night's newscast, we highlighted the new regulations in place at the General Hospital, which includes no visitors unless they agree to take a COVID-19 test.
Health officials have ceased all visitors from visiting patients at the General Hospital with immediate effect, and stipulates that if any family member has to visit a patient, they must submit to a COVID-19 test. This is just one of many additional changes made to curb the spread of the virus within the health facility.
Viewers and listeners took to the comment section to voice their concerns. Soraya said, "People are already going through a rough time. Why y'all making life harder?" Dylan added, "Who is paying for this COVID test now?" Vaughn said, "Now is the time to supply Wi-Fi. Virtual visit is possible. We are aware that some may not be tech savvy, but this can be an option." Nasha said, "That's ridiculous. Who's paying for the test? Will it be a rapid test at the gates or a PCR? I would like to know." Janetta said, "If you insist, what language is that? From what I hear, relatives have to bring food, bathe their loved ones, supply bedding. Visits sound essential, not optional." Colleen said, "Not foolishness. Lucky they allow you at all. In America, they do not allow anyone in to visit or accompany you. They give birth alone. Wake up, people. This is real and it's deadly. The little island gets an outbreak. For the already sick people, it's not going to end well."
That's it for tonight's Social Buzz. If you would like to have your thoughts and concerns shared, be sure to comment on GBN's Facebook page.
Stay with us. Sports is up next.
Let's get tough on media larceny. It will destroy our economy. Larceny threatens our food security. Can hurt us locally, hurt us globally. To all the buyers, ask for license from all produce sellers. To all people, 300 for police for them thieving fellas. To all families, don't steal produce from your brother. Then you sell it to traffickers, hotels and street vendors. Nah, man. Let's do all we can to stop media larceny. New vigilance, new laws, and a tough judiciary. Stop Grenada's organized business crime. It's time.
To report media larceny, call 300.
Looking for a professional team offering around-the-clock, private and confidential nursing, medical care, and aid services? Then look no further. Nurses Care Grenada is a fully certified, insured, and licensed healthcare facility committed to the reduction and eventual elimination of healthcare disparities affecting the nation. Our registered nurses will visit you at your home, assess your condition, and provide the required treatment under the directive of a doctor. So why worry when there's Nurses Care Grenada? Give us a call, 406-3928. Nurses Care, reliable, trusted professionals we can all depend on.
Are
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements? Or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 418-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Foliage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
Introducing Color by Seasons. 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 Color by Seasons.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
It's your summer everything loan from the Communal. Borrow up to $10,000 for all your needs. School supplies, staycation, home renovations, appliances or furniture. You can have it all with a summer everything loan. With competitive interest rates and same-day approvals, you can't beat this loan special. Not a member? Join today to get onto this exciting offer. It's your summer everything loan from the Communal. Apply today and take advantage of this exciting offer. Visit the nearest Communal branch or call us at 440-1755 for more information. Lending terms and conditions apply.
With a Digicel Prime Bundle, get double the dedicated Sports Max data to enjoy the greatest sports event happening now. Live in the Sports Max app. Get a 30-day Digicel Prime Bundle today in the My Digicel app. Digicel, better together.
And Valley Pharmacy offers both wholesale and retail pharmaceutical and over-the-counter products. We have the most competitive and affordable prices. We are the agents for Vit Plus multivitamin for healthy everyday lifestyle and Sonatrogen powder. Hills and Valley Pharmacy supplies the best quality, name brand clinical products such as Rescue Oil, Bio Oil, Neutrogena, Aveeno, and Clarisil. We offer the most convenient opening hours. Our telephone numbers are 435-6904 or 6903. Remember, at Hills and Valley Pharmacy, your health is our business. We care.
Now open Hills and Valley Medicare Center, your one-stop for medical supplies, massage therapy, physiotherapy, and an in-house physician. At Hills and Valley, your health is our business. Once upon a time, we shopped at Wonderland, then Neverland. But we're all grown up now and no longer believe in fairy tales. So now we just shop at Shoes R Us. At Shoes R Us, we stock the latest in shoes, tops, and jeans for the fashion-conscious lady. We also carry colognes and much, much more. And for the modern trendy male, we have the latest brand-name shoes and sneakers, Converse, Reebok, Nike, K-Swiss, Puma, and much more. So check us out at our two convenient locations, Melville Street in St. George and Ben Jones Street in Granville. At Shoes R Us, we say, come shop with us.
sporting fans. Referees Committee Chair Alan James says he welcomes the interest shown by at least 20 persons in the just concluded beginners referees course organized by the Grenada Football Association. James, who is also GFA First Vice President, says there is a direct need for more referees with the onset of several new tournaments at the junior levels.
Within the GFA, our competitions have been increasing over the years, especially in the last couple of months. And we are now going to a lot more youth tournaments. So we'll be having U10, U13, U15, U17, U19, and senior tournament. So that's quite a bit of matches that we have to officiate. And especially at the lower tier, with the youth level of games, we need a lot of our beginners referee who just come into refereeing to officiate in that game.
He says they are elated to witness 9 females participating in the referees course.
We thought it best to have it in person because, especially for beginners, we thought it online may not be the right method. So we decided to have it in person, following the protocols as we see. And I must say the participants, they were very elated, they were very happy. You can see it on their faces, they have learned a lot. It's a lot still for them to learn, but it's a start for us as refereeing in terms of increasing our pool of referees to officiate in the games in Grenada.
Moving now to cricket, Jamaica Talawas earned their second victory of the 2021 Hero Caribbean Premier League CPL with a 6-wicket victory over the Barbados Royals. The Royals won the toss and opted to bat, with Azam Khan's fluent 50 off just 30 balls, taking them to 151 for 8. However, the Jamaica Talawas were able to chase the target in 17.4 overs through the sublime batting of Kenar Lewis. His innings of 89, the highest score of the tournament so far, supported by the graceful play of Sharma Brooks, who hit 47 not out of 26 balls. Here are some highlights.
So close, could not quite get them across the line. The last over, Akil Hussain coming back in to bowl the last over of the innings. Naveen picked up a boundary in quite spectacular fashion, to be honest. 2 off the last ball required. And tried to get back, did Imran Tahir, but he was nowhere near, not even in the...
We were just looking at highlights of the Trinbago versus Guyana Amazon Warriors match, which was decided with a super over.
And Puram was out early.
Yeah, it meant that pressure was put on Hetmeyer and Romario Shepherd. Hetmeyer got a boundary, and then he was searching for another, skied it. Ramden settled and made no mistake. So the innings and super over closing on 6. The target score 7 for the Knight Riders in their turn at the crease. It was Karam Pollard and Colin Munro. He was dismissed off the first delivery. Well caught by Shoaib Malik. Munro absorbing a dot delivery, then scampered a single. Seifert picked up a couple of runs off the very next delivery. Little fumble in the field from Shimron Hetmeyer. He needed 4 runs off the last 2 deliveries. A dot delivery followed. And 4 from 1 was not to be. Romario Shepherd, the hero for the Warriors. What an intense finish to this encounter. The Warriors prevailing and gaining 2 points.
Still in cricket, heavy rain caused the abandonment of the opening match as West Indies women and South Africa women started a 3-match series on Tuesday. With the West Indies on 21 for 1 of 2.1 overs, the rain started and forced the end at 5:20 p.m. They were replying to South Africa's 135 for 3 of their 20 overs. The 2 teams will return to the same venue on Thursday for the second match. That's sports. Stay with us for a look around the region. Welcome to your One Caribbean Media Hookup. I am your presenter, Beverly Telesford. Despite an exponential surge in COVID-19 infections, hospitalization and death, the Guyanese government says it will not institute countrywide lockdown measures. Details in this HGP TV report.
The Minister of Health, Dr. Frank Anthony, does not think that a lockdown, even a temporary one, is necessary to stop the spread of COVID-19. With his interest focused on the economical well-being of Guyanese, the minister said that it is unproductive to go on a lockdown, since doing so would create a strain on the economy as well as low-income earners, while some people may lose their jobs.
And when you go on the lockdown, it interferes with the country's economy. People would lose jobs. So it's a lot of complications.
The minister further mentioned that working on the assumption that all of the variants are already here in Guyana, persons are encouraged to continue to take extreme precautionary measures, including mask wearing, sanitizing, as well as utilizing the jabs made available through the active vaccination programs within various administrative regions across the country.
Public health officials have made another appeal to St. Lucians to get vaccinated. According to authorities, the island is far from the important milestone of population immunity in the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic. More in this report.
National Immunization Manager Tekla Baptiste says St. Lucia is a long way from population immunity, with just 15.4% of the population fully vaccinated against COVID-19. The Ministry of Health continues to plead with the people of St. Lucia, particularly the youth, to get vaccinated. According to Baptiste, the 50 years and older age group have been more receptive to the jab, but the number of recipients in the 24 to 49 years cohort has been on the rise, especially with the arrival of the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine.
As it relates to both the Pfizer and AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccines, a total of 37,103 first doses and 27,839 second doses of these vaccines have been administered to date. Only 15.4% of the population is fully vaccinated. We're still a long way from population immunity.
Jamaica on Monday received a shipment of medical-grade oxygen to assist in the fight against the surge in coronavirus infections on the island. TVJ reports.
It was a frightening situation at hospitals on the weekend, with little or no oxygen at some facilities. Sometime after 1 Monday morning, medical-grade oxygen from overseas reached our shores.
So we now have bulk supplies, and it is now being distributed throughout the trade.
This morning when I reached the hospital, I speak for Corner Regional, we have had 94 cylinders that was distributed to the areas that require oxygen, and I was told reliable that their bulk source is coming from Kingston to replenish our bulk source.
That was your One Caribbean Media Hookup. I was your presenter, Beverly Telesford. Recapping tonight's headlines, NIS isolates department and ramps up protocols after a worker tested positive for COVID-19. COVID numbers expected to grow over the next week as the ministry clears testing backlog. Public Workers Union proposes flexi-work schedules as COVID outbreak impacts the public sector. And today's Kirani Day, but should it be a public holiday? The people shared their views. And around the globe, Guyanese government says a countrywide lockdown is unnecessary and ineffective amid a surge in COVID infections. And in sports, Grenada Football Association welcomes new referees amid plans for increased tournaments. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Beverly Telesford. That's the news. Good night.